everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. First down throw for Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. So the offense has it first and 10.
All right, here we go.
Cousins on first down. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
The first carry now for Rob Kelly. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. All right, here we go.
Cousins now from the 50. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. It's like a good novel, man. From undrafted free agent to leading rusher for his team, the Rob Kelly story in 2016.
You're right. Matt Jones had 460. He led it by a wide margin, did Kelly, 704. The question I have for you, what do you see from Fat Rob now going forward?
I think that he can be the lead runner for them because he does an excellent job in pass protection, a skill not many backs have.
Here we go.
Second down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards, and Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
No, check, Patriot! Hurry up, here we go now, look at 56. Detroit, here we go.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That's complete, right around the 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Thomas Rawls with his first carry. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage, or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team, and that's exactly what we just saw.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards of carry in production, and that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now it's Crowder. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check. Watch 54. Detroit. Leopard.
To throw it is Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Cousins now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson, 82 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Let's see. For them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
Thinking the young quarterback.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and you've got 2 quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and you've got 2 quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Cousins' Redskins. With that, let's send you up to Landover, where we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, we are due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. First down throw for Cousins. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So a little jumpy there defensively. Ref caught him in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Cousins on 1st down. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. First offensive series forthcoming. Deshaun Jackson, wide receiver that certainly needs no introduction in this league.
He's truly one of those don't blink guys, because as soon as you do, he's past you and in the end zone, and doesn't mind letting you know about it too.
The first carry now for Rob Kelly. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. All right, here we go.
9 touchdowns, though, good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. And that's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But they're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
A great run that time by Stewart. 54 yards. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on now. Set. I get it.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Deep drop. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that. Okay, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. 3rd straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Torrey Smith, 81 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
This is for people that watch it, retard.
And I just remember as a player,
when it's done, after I upload it, that's like niggas say I'm gonna make you quit by halftime.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. On first down, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Starters defensively for the 49ers. New coach, new GM, but a couple nice pieces to build around up front. Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner.
And that continues for them because, remember, they were the same duo in college at the University of Oregon. Now they're teammates with the San Francisco 49ers. I think both have played well in their short time in the league, but they also get help because they have an experienced veteran on the back end of the defense, Antoine Bethea. I think you can build around him as well. Get some younger, quicker guys to go, but Antoine Bethea, he'll lead them with confidence. There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And here's the headshots for the offense, and Carlos Hyde, a talented back.
Has taken over as the lead runner. A terrific talent. Can batter you inside, but has more speed than what you expect to take it the distance.
Now Kaepernick. He's going to take another shot here. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Newton to throw. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now Newton on first down. And Olsen over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the 50, Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To the air again, Newton. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And what a grab. That's one, Charles, that kind of leaves you and I speechless up here in the booth.
We used to think we'd see these types of catches once a season. Now I feel like we're seeing them once a game.
Newton now to throw. And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, they run with Stewart. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
They go back to Stewart on first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin from 3 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First down, a run with Hyde. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Partner, I like Carlos Hyde coming out of Ohio State because I like the way that he would run inside and bodies would just scatter when he got through there. A very strong, aggressive runner inside.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Newton gives off to Stewart. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Newton on 1st down. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Panthers are going to get a 1st down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Stewart on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Fresh set of downs here. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 3rd and 2, Newton. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to go up top again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. To throw is Kaepernick. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now Kaepernick. He dumps it to Hyde. Still moving. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped him on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
To throw, Kaepernick. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They come out here in the eye. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers will get the football back. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline that's kind of interesting. L.A. a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have 2 with the move from San Diego to L.A. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less culture shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition that still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played 1 season as such.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit during the season.
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They go play action here on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. On second down, here's Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he fires one, but incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's Kaepernick. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
20.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 1st and 10, Newton forced out to his left. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On first down, Kaepernick out to the flat for Hyde. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels ruthless.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 10 yards still left on second down. On second and 10, Newton. A dump off here to Stewart. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Kelvin Benjamin. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time, Newton to Benjamin. 57 yards.